Good evening everyone, hope you all are fine. Welcome to Shaurav's classes. So today in this video our topical discussion will be ISI, Indian Statistical Institute. So what is Indian Statistical Institute? It is one of the, so for those you already know this, you have an idea about it. But for those who don't know, it's not unnatural to know about this. This is because in present days, JEE or engineering careers have gained much more aspects than these institutes. But remember that this is one of the very premier institute, Indian Statistical Institute, that is goes equivalent to many IITs. In fact, I must say that better IIT professors recommend ISI for maths and statistics. So that's the thing. So India Statistical Institute, so it's a very great institute. As the name suggests, it primarily deals with statistics, mathematics and computer science. Only a very few people who appear for the exam, for the entrance exam, they have an entrance test. So only a very few people who appear for the entrance test can qualify it. So this institute has a very long history. I am not going into the details of the history. So it was founded by one of the great statisticians, which is still now who is regarded as the father of statistics in India, Professor Prasanta Chandra Mahalanobis. He was from Cambridge University, England, and he was a very good friend of Srinivas Ramanujan. So he founded this institute, and this is one of the most oldest institute that was ever established. So our topic of discussion today will be that what are the career aspects in ISI. So what you will learn. So first of all, the courses. So ISI offers many courses in our level. So there are two levels in ISI courses, that is the UG course and the PG course. So UG course and the PG course, as you have the undergraduate course and the postgraduate course. So those who will be appearing for the exam after 12th or after 11th perhaps, they will appear for the UG course. And when you have graduated from a particular thing, when you have completed your undergraduate course, then you can apply for the PG course. Both courses in ISI are very well renowned and throughout the world. It means that ISI professors are renowned all over the world. One reference of them may get you into PhDs into many renowned universities such as Harvard, Trinity, MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. So you can understand that this is really a very high level institute. This is really one of the most premier institutes that was established in India. So today we are talking about the entrance of this. So the entrance test has a question paper. So you must have an entrance exam according to your venue. So ISI is basically located primarily, the teaching centers of ISI are located in Kolkata, West Bengal, and Bangalore. So in Kolkata you have a course in a center, Bangalore you have a center, and ISI Delhi is the head of everything. There is also other ISIs such as ISI Tejpur, ISI Karnataka, but those ISI don't have their own colleges, means those are not colleges, those are there for official work. So for the UG course, what are the UG course that you can apply in ISI for? The UG course are known as the B-Stat course. So B-Stat course is given in ISI Kolkata. B-Math course that is given in ISI Bangalore. B-Stat 2, you can say that this is B-Stat 2, this is another course that is given in ISI Delhi. So I must not mention this right now, this is because the entrances of here are quite restricted. So these are the two courses. So if any one of you are from economics, you are from the economics background, so you can appear in exam of B-Stat 2 or the B-Eco course that is given in ISI Delhi. So this ISI is an institute in which you have to spend zero cost. So the cost of even IITs require a lakhs of fees, but ISI is such an institute that teaches you for zero. So you can have rupees zero expenditure. So you don't have to give anything, you don't have to pay anything. Over that, not only that, you will get a stipend. That stipend is given for those who study in ISI, those who get chance in ISI. So you will be given a stipend. A stipend is a thing which is like just like a scholarship. So every student will get a rupees 5,000 stipend. So initially it was 3,000 stipend, but recently as the news has reached us, so according to the info, you get a rupees 5,000 stipend. So the great matter of fact is that though you are not giving money for anything, but on the other hand, you are just getting money as a stipend. So that's really a very encourageous thing and a very advantageous thing. So this money can be utilized for your further studies, for further education. So coming back to the UG course, you have a B Stat course, a B Math course, and a B Stat 2 course. B Stat course is given in ISI Kolkata, B Math course is given in ISI Bangalore, and B Stat 2 course is in ISI Delhi. So there are PG courses also, as I have mentioned. There are M Stat course, M Math course, M Comp course, which is basically dealing with computer science, and several other courses are there which has to be dealt with biology, physics, natural sciences. In fact, you can do a course on anthropology, history for the master's course. So we are not focusing on the PG course more here. This is because we all are well appearing students, so we will focus on the UG course mainly. So in the UG course, you have these three prospectus for which you can apply. Every year ISI conducts its exam. So this year it's 10th of May as it has reached, and the form filling of this year has started from February 14th. So the form filling, which is the most important, is February 14th to March 7th, 2020. And the exam date is 20th May 2020. Sorry, not 20th, 10th May 2020. So this is the assumed exam date as is given in the website, and the form filling date is February 14 to March 7, 2020. So just rush on your phones and get into the ISI website. You can easily get in the ISI website in the Google. You just have to type Indian Statistical Institute form fill up. So in there, just go to the Indian Statistical Institute. You will see a forum has opened separately from form fill up. Click on that forum. You will get a sign in. So you first have to sign up there, and then you need to remember the password and the ID that you have used for signing up. And after that, you need to keep that until the exam ends, because that ID is the main ID that will be used even after the exam. So you need to go there, fill up the form as per the instructions given, and pay an amount. So the amount changes every year. So this year I still now don't know that what the amount was settled to. So the amount changes every year, so you can just apply with filling the required amounts. So you just have to fill the form. Now let me tell you one thing. B Stat, B Math, and B Stat 2, these three, the entrance exams are conducted. For the entrance exam, if you want to know that how to prepare for the entrance exam, there is a book which is published by ISI themselves. The book is named as Test of Mathematics at 10+2 level. So you can order the book on anywhere. This book is available on Flipkart, Amazon at a very reasonable price. So Test of Mathematics at 10+2 level is a very important book. I am just marking it 2 times so that you realize the importance of the book. So this is the most important book before appearing in the exam. You must be thorough, and you must be known, and you must be familiar to all the questions that are in this book. This is the book that is published by ISI themselves. This book comes out from an ISI official press, which is known as the East-West Press. You can easily get it as a PDF form in LibGen, or you can easily get it as a book, I recommend you to buy the book, not the PDF. This is because PDF, the electronic version of the book, many things are missing, and in fact the electronic version of any book is very disadvantageous than the original hard copy version. So I recommend you to buy the hard copy book version. You can get it in Flipkart and Amazon at a very reasonable price. Now the main thing about the form filling that I want to tell you, that before filling up the form, you must decide that on which course you want to apply. You want to apply for BStat, BMath or BStat 2. You need to fill that form accordingly. If you think that, okay, I am applying for both of three, no, you cannot. This is because both of the three exams take place at a single time in different centers and at the same time. So you cannot attend both the exams together, and even ISI doesn't allow to fill you both the forms together. So in the ISI form fill up, you will get these three options. Choose specifically, take your time, fill up the form very carefully. The details are very, so you don't just go about hazardly and arbitrarily that, okay, I'm just applying it for BStat or I'm applying it for BMath. You will be in a very huge trouble. The question papers of these three are the same. They are the same, only the courses are the different. So in BStat course, primarily the focus is on statistics, statistical mechanics, ANOVA experiments, etc. etc. So we are not getting into that. So that is BStat course is given in ISI Kolkata, that is located in Bonohugli near Dunlop Moor. You can just get into the Kolkata. So BMath course is given in Bangalore, ISI Bangalore, which is famous for its mathematics course. And not only that, the mathematics course includes 3 professors who are Bhatnagar awardees. Bhatnagar, Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar is an award that is the highest civilian award in science that can be given to a person. So you might have heard Padma Shri is much more highest, but I am telling that in science, the Bhatnagar award is the highest in India. So you have Bhatnagar awardee professors in all of these ISIs, so you can just imagine the level. So in ISI, what do you get? This is the main crux points of ISI. So if you apply for the BMath course, the question paper still remains the same. So in the question paper, what you get is an objective part and a subjective part, which are both dealt separately. Now the basic thing that is to be remembered is that the objective part and the subjective part are checked separately. So if you couldn't clear the required cutoff in the objective part, your copies, the subjective copies, won't be checked. Just as simple as that. In subjective they have a cutoff. If you cannot clear the cutoff, the objective copies will be thrown away, simply. Now, why you need the password and the ID to remember? This is because after you give the exam at a certain date, the answers will be published at the official website. The objective answers, not the subjective answers, I repeat, the objective answers. So the answers will be published at the official website, and your exam MCQ paper will be displayed at your account. So to access your ISI account at the website, you need the user ID and the password. So if you give the user ID and the password, you will see your paper in front of you in the website. So what you have marked. So you can tally and have a very just a very good idea of how much you are getting in the subjective and whether you are qualifying in subjective or not. So usually the cutoff for subjective varies. There are usually 30 questions in subjective, 4 marks each. So the marking scheme in ISI is very different, slightly different than what you get in IIT-JEE. There is no negative marking in ISI exam. So what you do, so for each correct question, you are awarded 4 marks. For each correct question in subjective, you are awarded 4 marks. For each incorrect question, you are awarded 0 marks. Unattempted questions, so for each question you leave unattempted, you are awarded 1 marks. So if you leave a question unattempted, you are given 1 marks for that question. if you leave a question correct, if you give a correct tick in the question in the objective part, so all of these is in the objective part, 4 marks, and incorrect question you get 0 marks. So 0 marks for incorrect question. So just think how easy the ISI paper, ISI people have made it for you. So when you are going to the exam hall, even if you don't do the question, you are carrying 30 marks on your own. Now it's your time, my friends. You can increase or decrease the marks according to your will and according to the way you practice. So this is all about the ISI. So let me tell you the tenure of the courses. So the B-Stat course in ISI that is given is a 3-year course. So the course duration for B-Stat is 3 years, 3 years and 3 years. Remember that the PG courses that I was telling you, that M-Stat or M-Math or any PG courses, if you are in B-Stat course or if you are in any bachelor courses of ISI, any of these, you have an advantage that you don't need to apply, you do not need to write down the PG entrance again. So PG students who are coming from outside, from other universities, from other colleges other than ISI, have to write for a PG exam. They have to give an entrance test and clear an interview session. So after that, so if you are somehow in this institute, so your life is set, you can say. You can get very good jobs, the prospectus are very good. I have heard that people getting jobs of 12 lakhs or 13 lakhs or 20 lakhs, their average, that's the average package they get per year. So that goes all for the entrance test part. So the entrance test part is over. So what I told for the entrance test part, there is an objective section and a subjective section. Subjective questions are to be practiced from Tomato itself. There are many subjective questions that are present in Tomato. Tomato means test of mathematics at the 10+2 level, that I am just saying. So that is somehow abbreviated to be Tomato. So that's all the things. So after, if you somehow cleared the entrance test, which is a very hard thing, though not so hard if you practice, you can check, there are many things so that you can clear it. You can just surf the internet about this. You can even get study materials from Saurabh Sir's classes. Saurabh Sir's classes provides high quality study materials for ISI exams. So Indian Statistical Institute, ISI. So after you qualify the entrance test, you have to appear for an interview, for a personal interview. The personal interview will not be very hard. So the question pattern, so the questions in the personal interview will not be very hard. I myself have attended the ISI interview once, and I saw the professors, they are very friendly. The professors were very friendly. They will give you some sums and you have to solve those. So the sums, if you can solve in the interview, your job is done. Even if you can't solve, even if you get struck, the professors are there to help you. So the professors in ISI are really very very helpful. So the interview is not the concern here. So the interview you can clear. If once you clear the written test, the interview you can clear, because if you study thoroughly. Now I want to tell you that in the interview, the basic tips is that don't go for any high fundamental theorems. There are many theorems you will get in many number theory books that are known as Fermat's little theorem, Euler's general theorem you can get about the phi n. I always tell you that please don't use those theorems in working and even in the interview. Remember that the subjective questions you do, the theorems you apply, whenever you go into the interview panel in front of three professors will be sitting, your copy, subjective copy will be in their hand, and you have to be answerable for each and every step you do in the subjective paper in the entrance exam. So if somehow you use a theorem which you are not very familiar with, suppose you use a theorem, say Euler's phi function theorem, or you use a theorem, say Fermat's little theorem, be prepared to answer all the questions that the professor asks. Even if you cannot answer those, then please don't use that theorem. This is because using that theorem and not answering in the interview will lead you to deletion from your name from the ISI interview cutoff list. So same with B-Stat and B-Math. So the B-Stat exam is given in ISI Kolkata. In any state, from any state you can apply. But after application, if you are selected for the interview, you need to visit the Kolkata campus. The ISI people are very friendly regarding this. They will pay for your fares, the train fares, the bus fares, or the plane fares. They will pay for you and even give you an hostel accommodation. Even if the hostel accommodation is not available, they will give you accommodation in some other places. Or in other words, you can say the accommodation for the interview and the payment of the expenditure for your travel for the interview is purely their business, is purely their burden. So they are taking the burden of this. So if you apply for BMAT ISI Bangalore, so there is a 3 years course, and again the same thing occurs, that you have to go in ISI Bangalore for the interview and you have to go for ISI Delhi for the interview. So friends, this is all for the ISI exam. So you can already see that how much a great premier institute it is. So I have told you how to fill up the form, how to cope up with everything, and just do it. And I wish you all the best for the ISI exams, upcoming ISI exams, that is in May 20. Rush into the website and fill the form and get ready for the exam with Tomato that I have told, the test of mathematics and 10+2 level, and stay tuned with Saurav's classes. Thank you.